Welcome to Kids Learning Lab, a learning podcast made just for kids. Hello. Before we start this episode, I'd like to give a shout out to our newest member, Aditya E. And I see a lot of you have been visiting the website. I'm going to add more games, so be sure to check it out. Also, you can support Kids Learning Lab on Patreon. Stick around after the end to learn about Patreon. If you don't want to stick around at the end, I'll just tell you the basics. Patreon is a subscription and donation service that lets you subscribe free or paid and give donations. If you want to know more, find out at the end. Remember, Kids Learning Lab is just starting out on Patreon, so early subscribers might get bonus content. Patreon is at patreon.com/kidslearninglab, and our website is at kidslearninglab.weebly.com. Our email, if you want to submit feedback and suggestions, is at kidslearninglab099@gmail.com. This month, we'll be talking about natural disasters. They include hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, thunderstorms, tornadoes, and more. It's not scary, though. This episode will be about hurricanes. Have you ever wondered what a hurricane is? Hurricanes are storms that are very powerful and include wind, rain, and flooding. Part 1. What is a hurricane and how is it created? Hurricanes form over warm ocean water. The warm air rises, creating a low pressure area below. Air with higher pressure moves into the low pressure area. Then that air becomes warm and rises too. The cycle continues and makes a hurricane. If the storm gets big enough, then it's called a hurricane. Part 2. Inside a hurricane. A hurricane has many parts. Number 1. The eye. The eye is the center of the hurricane. Surprisingly, it is very calm and peaceful. Number 2. The eye wall. The eye wall is the opposite of the eye. It is very rainy and windy there. The eye is the center, and the eye wall is the beginning of the white part around it. Number 3. Rain bands, which are the rest of the white that surround the hurricane, are the outside of the hurricane. They are very big and rainy and windy. Part 3. Impact of hurricanes. Hurricanes are very strong. They can fly people, tear trees, remove roofs from houses, uproot trees, and uproot houses. They can also be categorized. Category 1 hurricanes, which are okay, will just maybe tear branches of trees, while Category 5 hurricanes can fly houses. Part 5. Staying safe. Hurricanes can be very dangerous, so if one's coming your way, you should always be prepared. Always listen to your parents. Make sure you have an emergency kit with supplies like water, food, and batteries. Stay indoors and away from windows, and if you're near the coast, move to higher ground to avoid the hurricane. Remember, hurricanes have a very low chance of hitting you, so don't be scared. Part 6. Kids Learning Lab Experiment. Let's make a mini hurricane. What you need: 1 large bowl, enough water to fill the bowl, food coloring, optional, and large spoon or stirrer. Step 1. Fill the bowl with water. Step 2. Add food coloring to the water. Any color works. Step 3. Keep stirring in one direction until the middle becomes a whirlpool-like structure. Watch as the water swirls around, similar to a hurricane. Isn't that cool? You can also add small foods or crumbs to see how they follow the direction of the water. That's it for today's episode on hurricanes. I hope you learned something new and exciting about these powerful storms. Next on Natural Disaster Month, tornadoes. Now, I'm going to talk about Patreon. We have 6 subscription tiers on Patreon. Number 1, free newsletter. If you go to patreon.com/kidslearninglab and click join for free, you can get a free newsletter every episode. It is absolutely free, and the newsletter has awesome bonus content and fun facts. Number 2, community bundle, $1.50 per month. The community bundle gives you access to the fan club, a community chat where you can talk with other listeners. You can also get a 5-year message conversation with me, the host. You can also try out the fan club with a free trial of 7 days. Number 3, Kids Learning Lab Bonus, $2 a month. The bonus tier gets you a bonus episode every month. Also, you can buy bonus episodes from the Patreon shop. You also get access to the fan club. In addition to that, you can try it out with a free trial. Number 4, Kids Learning Lab Plus, $4 a month. Recommended tier. Kids Learning Lab Plus, which I recommend, is a great tier and gives you many things. You'll get a shout-out video from me, the host, and you can choose a message which will be played on the podcast. Get bonus episodes every month, access to the fan club, and get a shout-out on the podcast. You can try it out for 7 days. Super Learner, $6 a month. Super Learner is a super package, which gets you every single thing from the Plus tier and a year-long conversation online with me. You also have a 7-day free trial. Number 6, Superfan, $7.50 a month. Superfan is the highest tier. It includes everything from Super Learner, along with a 5-year message conversation. It's like getting the community bundle with Super Learner. Get work in progress updates as well as behind-the-scenes videos. Choose any 2 items from the shop under $10 and you can get them for free. Also, this has a 7-day free trial. Remember, Patreon subscribers might get early subscriber discounts, so don't forget to subscribe early. See you next time on Kids Learning Lab. The next episode will be another natural disaster month one, tornadoes.